Human rights groups are praising France's high court for suspending the controversial ban on burkinis in a coastal town. Several French towns had put the measure in place following recent terror attacks, but the move sparked international outrage, with critics condemning it as discriminatory.
Charlie D'Agata is following the story from London. Charlie, what can you tell us the court's reasoning for overturning this ban?
Yeah, Rena, first of all, human rights lawyers put this forward, and their first argument was that although there are laws in France regarding the veil, the burkini doesn't infringe on those laws. But they also presented it as a human rights infringement, saying it's clear the court agreed seriously, this is the judgment, and clearly illegally breach the fundamental freedoms to come and go, the freedom of beliefs and individual freedom. So the courts were suggesting that this wasn't just a ban that was illegal, essentially, but it may have been an infringement on human rights, and the court agreed with the human rights attorneys that put this forward.
Charlie, we're looking at pictures here of law enforcement actually making a woman take the burkini off and then other people wearing the burkini. This is one town this ruling applies to. Do you suspect it's going to set a precedent for other towns or for France itself?
Well, Tony, those images that you saw about police surrounding that woman and telling her to, essentially remove the burkini, that was one of the turning points there. And yes, there are 30 of these towns, mostly along the coastal resorts, where these burkinis have been banned. Now, this will absolutely set a precedent. However, there are already people saying that they're going to fight. They're going to resist anybody who's going to stop that burkini ban that they've already put in place. Most notably, the mayor of Corsica has said that they'll resist any attempts to repeal their ban on the bikini. So this isn't over yet, but certainly if this has already been set for this individual town, you have to wonder how much strength other mayors will have in arguing their case that their burkini ban won't too be overturned.
Charlie, I was surprised to learn that the woman who created the burkini, it was meant to help women assimilate who aren't used to going to the beach, assimilate to French culture. I was surprised to learn that, but explain to us, how did this burkini ban even come to be in the first place?
Well, it's a good point, Rena. The idea in the beginning, designed by a Muslim woman so that Muslim women could enjoy the beach and enjoy going into swimming pools, etc. But we have to paint the picture of the anxiety, especially in Nice and in that region, in light of the terror attacks in July, 86 people killed, the attacks in Paris. And it's also worth noting that there are a great number of French people who actually support this burkini ban. It is a fiercely secular country, and the mayors themselves have said that this is a breach of peace, essentially. If you have somebody wearing a bikini on the beach, that it's offending other people who aren't Muslim. So this is not a clear-cut controversy. There are people on either side who say that the burkini itself oppresses women and it should be outlawed in general, that it's offending France's secular society. But others that are saying, you can't stop Muslim women from essentially going to the beach. If they want to do that, and that's what they believe, then it's an infringement on their human rights. So this is a controversy that's going to continue. But what we saw today was a law lifting that burkini ban. It's likely that that's going to fall in place for the other 29 other towns. There are mayors that are going to fight it.
Charlie D'Agata in London. Charlie, thanks for that.
Thanks.